And welcome to another Retro Cores Gaming Pickups, and today we're actually starting from my home. So first we better lock the door since there's nobody in. And first thing I've got to do is throw away this blue bag of plastic unburnable rubbish I've got here. Yep, just put it in the collection point. Bin man can come and pick that up later on. Okay, so today we're going to do some gaming shopping on the bike. Now we're not going to use the missus car. We're going to go on the bike with this little adapter here to connect the camera to it. Let's get ready for some roller coaster action. Or maybe not. Now you're probably having a good laugh at this bike here with the basket on the front. But you shouldn't laugh because this is the norm in Japan. They're kind of called like mamacheri bikes, and yeah, pretty much everybody drives or rides a bike like this. Surprisingly though, this one's equipped with the Shimano gear system, so it can actually get up to a pretty good speed. As we'll see going around this corner now. In fact, don't even have the pedal going down here, just let it go with gravity. Now we've had a lot of severe rain in Japan over the last couple of weeks. It's all finished now, but yeah, the weather does forecast rain later on today. So we're going down to the local train station, and as regular viewers of the channel will know, I live in more like the not the real countryside, but definitely not within the main city. Over to the right we've got the tennis courts, which belong to a senior high school, which is on the left hand side. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of construction going on. They're planning to do a flyover which will kind of connect to the side of the road, so there's a lot of construction for that. And over to the left hand side you can see the train tracks. And don't worry guys and girls, I made sure I looked behind me there. There was no cars coming, none at all. As you can clearly tell, because no one's taken over me. Although I am riding kind of fast. For the bicycle, that is. So actually from my house to the train station by bicycle is only around about 6 minutes or so. Not so long. And here we are in the bicycle parking place. And as you can see, everyone's got a basket on the front of their bike. Oh yeah. Now where can I park? Don't really want to park it in the stand because my old bike I used to park there, and some asshole kind of bent the front tire when they were pushing past it, you know, to get their bike out. So they actually buckled the front wheel. So I think I'll park it here. And here we are, this is Hatabu Station. My local train station, very small. And if you go there in the morning, there's no staff. Or at night, there's no staff. So I've got to buy myself a ticket. I want to go in one stop to Shinshimanoseki, so just one ticket is required, the cheapest possible ticket that is. And as we walk around this corner, you will see a guy with a camera. See there by the gate? By the fence, I should say. That's a Japanese train spotter. It's actually taking photographs of that train. Don't know why, because they all look exactly the same. Those trains are actually really old. They were made in the 60s, believe it or not, and they still use them now. And while I was at the platform, the police were there looking for somebody who parked the car illegally. That yellow car you can see in the middle of the frame there, that is actually from Hakata, which is in Fukuoka City. And they have parked in somebody else's parking space, and now the police are wondering who it belongs to, so they're kind of calling out. You can see the policeman's just come around there, he's checking out the car. If the owner doesn't come and pick it up soon, that's going to get towed away and they've got to pay a really big fine. I'm guessing the guy in the white who was shuffling around over to the left, I think it was his parking space which they parked in. Yeah, in Japan you're not allowed to own a car unless you actually have a parking space to place it. So anyway, here we are 5 minutes later in Shinshimanoseki Station, and this is a Shinkansen station, which means the bullet train will stop here. In fact, there's a bullet train pulling in right now. Bullet train tracks are always elevated, and they run on much wider gauge tracks than normal trains do. Okay, just look at that sky. Oh my god, it looks like Armageddon's gonna hit. Look at that, it's pure black. I was expecting a typhoon to come, but no, it didn't. It is quite windy though. Now, our first port of call was going to be a shop that was here. It used to be called Chameleon Club, and it was an independent game shop. They used to do secondhand and new stuff, and lots of odd stuff as well. But yeah, this shop that's all brown here, it's now a restaurant called Ren. Great. I haven't been here in years, so that was kind of unfortunate that that's gone, but not to worry, because just around this corner, you can see it there with the red sign. There's a recycle shop, or basically what in America would be called, what you call it? The place where everyone just donates all their crap. Yeah, Goodwill, that's the one. This is kind of like a Goodwill, but this place will actually pay you for the stuff you give them. So it means they do have some reasonably good stuff in here. And they do games, so let's see what they've got. Okay, so upon entering, we've got a nice OLED TV there. A little bit pricey though. I've got a Panasonic LCD TV next to that. Yeah, I don't think I'll be buying those. A little bit pricey, you know, for second-hand TVs. Some nice watches there, and we've got the tablets and the phones as well. Pretty reasonable prices on some of those tablets. Branded bags and booze. Oh yes, we got some booze. Not secondhand booze. That is all brand new stuff. And here we are in the machine section for the games. Ooh, you can see who's that handsome devil in the reflection there. Alright, we got a Wii U, we got a PSP. Wii U, just under 8,000 yen. And what a world we live in. We can buy some used cardboard. Nintendo Labo up there. No thank you. PlayStation 4 1TB model. PlayStation 3 as well, a couple of those. Yeah, nothing too special. Some reasonable stuff in there. N64 there, just under 1,000 yen with controller and cables. Not bad at all. It's a reasonable price. Those stupid Wii Fit boards can be found everywhere. They just should put all those in a landfill or something. Right, looking in the accessories boxes, we can find a couple of cables in that one. This thing's kind of interesting. It looks like something you put a PSP in or something. I don't know. It looks like a joystick extension. Not sure what that's for. More cables, cheapo joypads, and oh, a Sega Mega Drive Power Pack. You don't see those too often these days. 500 yen. That's pretty reasonable, actually. Okay, we got a House of the Dead 2 there for the Dreamcast. Not bad. I think that was 500 yen. A couple of N64 games there. Nothing too good. Oh, Super Famicom game too. Just under 1,000 yen for the DS Lite. Not bad at all if it's in good condition and the screens haven't yellowed. Nothing of interest really. Well, at least not to me. Okay, taking a look at these titles. I found something that could pass as a soft porn cover DVD. Just look at that. Oh man, now I knew there was a reason why I bought a Nintendo Wii. Imagine kids having that and the father seeing it. The thing was like some sort of softcore porn DVD. Oh man. Anyway, in here there was nothing of real interest. There were some good titles, such as Bayonetta was in there, but the prices were not that reasonable, to be honest, and a lot of it was just common junk which you could buy, you know, for a couple of $100 cheaper, you know, in hard off. Next to the games, we got a load of vinyl. Didn't pick any of that up. We got a couple of Laserdisc sets there. Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition in widescreen. That'd be nice, I guess. Nice Darth Vader statue there as well. And yes, as you can see, this place sells everything. We've got walking canes there to the left, and we've even got car tires with the alloy wheels. Reasonably priced as well. Some guitars and amps. And moving around the corner, we got the furniture. And I did see this lovely little unit here. See that one there? That would be pretty good for displaying consoles in. And then we get to the boys' toys. Well, at least what they used to call it. Yeah, it's the power tool section. Some good stuff there, actually. And one thing you will notice about this place, they got loads of fridges and washing machines. And here you can see lots of gas stoves and grills and things like that. Lights. Bits of electronic items there. And here we got some really nasty cheap DVD and cheap and nasty Blu-ray players. Oh, there's a projector down there. I didn't see that. Oh man, I should have checked that out. This thing caught my attention though. It's a DVD player with a 7-inch screen built into it. I just thought the form factor was really weird. Yeah. Hard drive recorders. This thing kind of picked my interest as well. This is a surround sound cinema amp by Pioneer. Not a bad price. Comes with the speakers, which I don't need. Some really cheap Denon turntables there. They're brand new. Yeah, I wouldn't buy one of those. They're not very good. Alright, so it is now 10:54, and as you can tell from my watch, it has been raining, and I've had no breakfast or nothing to drink up to now. So let's pop into the Mac and get the seasonal special. Alright, this is what I wanted. This is the cheese zucchini set, and you saw the picture, and that's what I got. Yeah, doesn't look very good. Tastes quite nice actually. Anyway, after eating the Mac, moved on to hard off. By this point, I've probably walked around about 7 kilometers, so I'm getting a bit tired. Alright, looking in the glass case, we got the usual assortment of stuff. I do like that original Game Boy Advance there. Nice white PlayStation 3 there with a tattoo kind of design to it. Black Wii U as well. Very square looking Famicom clone there, the game box. And we've got all these PlayStation 3s and PlayStation 2s still here. Those things must be just a permanent fixture. They must be glued to the actual units. Looking in the so-called junk section of the hardware, as you can see, we've got a lot of Super Famicoms today. And I noticed these knockoff Famicom clones. These are actually Japanese made ones, believe it or not. Don't actually look that sexy, do they? They look a bit chunky. Yeah, not interested in them. And you can see more crappy Wii boards there. One that might be of interest to a lot of people is the GunCon 2. Very nice that is, reasonable price as well. Won't work on LCDs though, that's a problem. And we got the good old Get Bass fishing rod for the Sega Dreamcast. Taking a look at the Super Famicoms, I noticed there's a Super Famicom Junior there. 3,500 yen with the power pads, with the control pads. Not bad at all. On the bottom shelf, the usual load of junk that never gets moved. And this just caught my eye as I was about to walk away. It's another one of those Famicom clones, but you know this one is trying to be Pokemon orientated. Anyway, let's take a look at what I picked up. I'm finally back home. It's about 1:30 p.m. now, so I'm kind of tired after 3 hours of cycling all over the place and walking. Yeah, so anyway, let's take a look at what I managed to pick up. First of all, we'll take a look at the stuff that's came through the post in the last couple of weeks. Alright, so first up is this. Yeah, you all know what this is. This is Shenmue HD 1 and 2. Now, I recently, well, actually a couple of weeks ago now, I did a bit of a rant video on this, and it's amazing how many PlayStation 4 owners said, "Oh, my version's perfect, there's nothing wrong with it. It's because you're playing it on an Xbox." Like, what the fuck, guys? Grow up, will ya? It's actually documented that the PC, the Xbox One version, and the PlayStation 4 version are all buggered. Now, the PC version has been patched, and the console versions as of today, September 17th, 2018, still have not been patched. Now, Shenmue 1 has lots of camera issues, icon issues, voice issues. It's got a lot of different issues. Shenmue 2, on the other hand, I'm actually up to disc 4 if I was playing it on the Dreamcast, and it's been pretty stable actually. The only problems I've had with Shenmue 2 is, of course, the colours are completely knackered on it. The blacks are crushed beyond belief, so everything's too dark. Even changing the options doesn't make any difference. That just boosts up the whites even whiter, so it kind of looks a bit too white, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Shenmue 2, cameras have been okay. I've still got the icon issues. There's some parts, especially on, as I say, disc 4, if it was the Dreamcast version, where you're walking through the forest, well, you know, yourself and Shenfar are having a conversation and the mouths don't move. You got the voices, but you got no mouth animations, so that's a bit weird. But I've had no crashes from Shenmue 2, but the big thing that spoils it is the way the colours done on it. And something I found out the other day, actually last night. I don't know if this is meant to be like that, but pressing the the L top button, the top L trigger on the controller actually changes the color skin or the color filter. So you can have it black and white, sepia, yellow, what I like to call film style, where it's kind of mutes down the colors a little bit, which does look really nice actually. Yeah, I don't know if that's meant to be a feature or not. It's certainly not mentioned in the game's instructions, not that I've seen anyway. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, enough ranting. I'm going on about this too much. Shenmue 1 and 2, still a great game. Shame about the issues. Okay. Now, also through the post, I've had this thing. Oh yes. What the hell is that? Alright. This will be coming up in one of the Chinese knockoff videos, and I think that's got a picture of Justin Bieber on the back. I don't know. Is that Justin Bieber? Can you see that? Kind of focus? I think it is. I wouldn't know. But anyway, this is some girl's console, so this should be a pretty good laugh. I've not tried it yet, so I'm looking forward to trying that out in a future Chinese knockoffs video. Alright, and something else I bought, which didn't come through the post, I really wish it did though, was Nier Automata. Is that how you pronounce it? The Xbox One X edition. Fantastic game. Apparently it looks amazing in true 4K. I don't have a 4K TV though, so what do I know? But even when it's super sampled down to 1080p, it looks amazing. It runs really well. It's got all the DLC from the PlayStation 4 version included as well. Unfortunately, it was not released as physical media, so digital download only there. A great shame, because that is one game I would love to have had a physical copy of. You never know. Maybe in the future, I'll make my own physical version. Who knows? Alright. Okay, so about the stuff I picked up from Hard Off. Take a look at this stuff. First up, we got this joystick here. This is the Master System ASCII joypad or joystick, and just look at the condition. It's mint. I'm amazed at how good the condition of this thing is, considering this was made in 1987. The buttons feel really nice. They still feel very responsive. It's got turbo for A and B buttons. You've even got an A and B button reverse switch there, so for games to have the buttons mapped back to front, you can you know, rechange them the other way around. You've got turbo speeds for each individual button as well. And the only thing that really lets it down, but I'm not really surprised considering the age of it, is the joystick is not micro switched. It's you know, you can hear it. Yeah, it's kind of like on rubber feet underneath, kind of like, you know, like a membrane, like a control pad. But I just give it a quick try on the Mega Drive and sorry, on the Master System Mega Drive, and it worked really well. So I'm really looking forward to featuring this in an upcoming RetroCore special where we'll be taking a look at the Sega Master System. So that was a pretty handy find actually. Well chuffed with that one. Oh, and the price, 300 yen. Cannot complain at 300 yen. Very happy. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the games I picked up. Alright, so first up is this one. This is Gungrave. Now I have no idea what this game is, but looking at the back of the box I thought, yeah, that looks pretty interesting. And as we can see, the disc is perfectly scratch free. Not that you're probably going to be able to see that because it's not going to focus, I would imagine. And we got the manual and all the bits of paper in the box. Not sure how good this is, but as I said, the box looked really good. The back of the box looked really good. The screenshot, some sort of action mech title. Now normally I'd have a video of it running up there, but I'm on a really tight deadline today, so no time to go recording video footage. So fingers crossed that's going to be a good one. Okay, another one we got is a Kaido, a mountain racing game. This is from Genki, the people who did the Tokyo Battle series or Highway Battle series of games, or Wangen Dead Heat as well for Namco. They made it for Namco. Again, looking at the back of the box, this looks pretty interesting. I do like my racing games. How good this is going to be is a mystery, but considering it is by Genki, I've got high hopes. Maybe it's going to be just as good as Initial D. I really hope so. So yeah, that's Kaido. Kaido there for the PlayStation 2. Sticking with PlayStation 2, a lot of people have mentioned this to me in the past, and I've never actually picked it up because I think the original Master System version is a little bit crap, to be honest. This is, you know, Fist of North Star in English, Hokuto no Ken in Japanese, and this is part of the Sega Ages series for the PlayStation 2. Apparently this is pretty good, so again, I'm really looking forward to it. It does feature the original Master System version of the game as well, as you can see on the back of the box. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out also. When I get some time, that is. Hopefully, maybe within the week I'll be able to play it. And finally, one new shoot 'em up. One that I've had my eye on for quite a while. I never bought it because it was always stupidly expensive. But today I got this one because the box is covered in scratches, so it was quite cheap at 2,000 yen. Not really cheap, but cheaper than what it usually goes for, which is about 5,000. This is Gradius 5. I know it says it's by Konami. Where is it? Up here? But no, it's not. It's actually by Treasure. So I'm really going to be excited to play this one. Yeah, and taking a look in the box, we can see it comes with 2 manuals. Alright. So we have the standard manual here. Oh, it's got all sorts of stuff inside, which shows you, you know, typically how to play the game. The usual affair. What else is in there? Registration cards. Gradius Neo. I guess that's some sort of telephone game. Yep. Oh, there's more Gradius games on the back as well. Here we go. Nice stuff. And also Neo Contra on the PlayStation 2. I didn't know about that. Does anyone know about Neo Contra on the PlayStation 2? To check that one out. I didn't know about that. And that other book we have is actually a history of Vic Viper. And in here we have, well, pretty much the history of the Vic Viper ship, including some sketches, lots of information, all made up of course because it's a fictional spaceship. But yeah, I'm certainly sure that people really into the Gradius games would be very interested in this. Alright, so they are the gaming pickups from myself over the last couple of weeks. Now, normally at this part of the show, I would do the, the Patreon giveaway. Well, actually, I'm going to make that into its own video because the item I want to give away has not actually been reviewed and put up on YouTube yet. So it's going to look a bit weird giving something away which hasn't actually been shown on the show yet. So I'll get that video out later on this week. Probably, I don't know, maybe Thursday. About Thursday I'll get it out. But yeah, once that's gone out, I'll follow it up a couple of days later with the giveaway Patreon thing. I'm just rambling away now, aren't I? Okay, so anyway, let's take a look at what you guys have been buying. You got a lot of good retro stuff and some modern stuff as well. Let's take a look.